Welcome to episode 50 of Off the Hanger, the fashion podcast where we delve deep into our guests' wardrobes, finding out their favourite fashion pieces and the stories behind them. This week's guest is the beautiful, brilliant Laura Bartlett. She's the founder of House of Coco magazine, and we had the best chat about all of the gorgeous things in her wardrobe and accidentally showing a little bit too much cleavage to Anna Wintour. I hope you enjoy this episode. Laura, thank you so much for being part of Off the Hanger. I am super excited to have a look through your bold, bright, beautiful, colourful wardrobe.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, no pressure. It's a good job it's not full of black clothes.
I follow you on Instagram. There's no way it's full of black clothes.
No, I mean, I do actually have one of the outfits I've picked out is black, but it does have like lots of ruffles and lots of sparkles.
Exactly, and that's fine. I think we're all a melting pot of things. I don't think anybody just wears one thing all the time. I think we're different people every day, so we wear different things every day.
We need different things for our different personalities. We don't know what mood we're going to wake up in each day.
Exactly. And did you love fashion as a child?
Well, I was thinking about this as I was reading through all the questions that we're going to go through today, and I feel like as I get older and I look back on my childhood, I realize how much what I wore was just an expression of who I am. You know, I wore lots of bright clothes as a kid and I like to pick out my own outfits, which is probably why I'm so independent now as an adult. So yeah, I feel like it's just been a part of who I am my whole life. And as I get older, the clothes that I wear really do represent who I am and how I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling good, then I want to look good. And I also think that's a representation of society these days where everyone looks crap a lot of the time. And I imagine it's probably because they feel crap. But when you feel good, you want to look good. And obviously that's represented in the outfits that we choose as well.
And I think people really fashion. It's really underrated in terms of that. Like, you can feel crap. You can be having a really rubbish day, but actually your clothes aren't helping you. If you're wearing something better that you liked more, that made you feel great, then your whole outlook would probably be a little bit brighter.
100%. And one thing that I do is I always pick out my outfit the night before, which then makes me excited to wake up in the morning because I'm excited to wear the thing that I've picked out. So if you are, if you do wake up and you feel a little bit like low mood, your outfit can just turn things around. If I don't like my outfit, like sometimes I've even come home and got changed because I want to have a good day and it starts with feeling good for me.
I agree completely. I regularly will get changed. If my day is not going the way I want it to go, I'm like, I need something different on right now. This is not happening for me.
A day in a bad outfit is a day wasted.
Exactly. And there's always that meme about if you die, that would be your ghost outfit. And would you be happy with that for the rest of eternity?
And also, if I ever bumped into an ex, I would not want to be looking like crap. Like, you will never catch me not on my A game. There's just no way. I'm not letting it happen.
I love that. Now, is there a piece from your childhood that is your earliest fashion memory?
Yeah, my earliest fashion memory is I was actually on a TV show called Wham Bam Strawberry Jam. And it was a kids show and I'd been selected through the BBC. They came and did auditions at my school, and my mum bought me this bright yellow patent puffer coat. Try saying that after a few wines. And she picked it because she thought that maybe I might get spotted on this TV show. And I've got the clip of it and I'm kind of like walking around the streets of Leeds being filmed by the BBC talking about my dad's balder than your dad. My dad's balder okay. He's only got 2 hairs left on his head and both are turning grey. And it's me in this bright yellow coat. So yeah, that is definitely my earliest memory. And I was 8 then.
That is amazing. You see, I also did a children's TV thing when I was maybe about 10. Same situation. They came to my school, they did auditions, and I ended up on this TV show, but I was not wearing a great outfit. And it is out there on YouTube. People have sent this to me and I'm wearing a really horrendous jumper. It's not a good look.
The only way is up. At least it was a young fashion faux pas and you learned from that.
I blame my mum. My mum is solely responsible for that jumper, putting me in television in that jumper.
I love it. I didn't actually get spotted in my bright yellow coat and I didn't get lots of offers on my door, but To be fair, I look back at the video and I just think it's really cute that she thought to do that. And also the reason why I probably don't wear a huge amount of yellow anymore.
Your PTSD from the yellow.
PTSD is triggering.
So what is the oldest thing in your wardrobe?
So shall I show you? I have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The oldest item in my wardrobe is this kind of like wraparound leopard print dress. I've probably had this for 7 or 8 years. And it's just one of those dresses where it kind of just makes it look like you've made loads of effort. I always find leopard print is quite classy. It wraps around, so even if I've like gained weight or lost weight, it always fits me. And I usually pair this with like over the knee cream boots, or sometimes maybe just some flat boots. And it's just the kind of dress you can either like dress it up or dress it down. And it always gets loads of compliments, which I always feel like such a fraud when people compliment an outfit that's like 8 years old. And I always want to say, oh my God, it's really old. But I've just mastered the art of saying, thank you.
That's great, though. I love that it's been in your wardrobe that long and you're still wearing it and it still has such an impact.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing as well. I'm not a huge follower of trends. I'm not interested in buying clothes just because they're on the catwalk and on the runway. For me, fashion is about what makes me happy, and I don't care if something is trending or if something's in the stores. Like, I just shop my own wardrobe every single day.
That's awesome. And you said that gets a lot of compliments. Would you say that is the most complimented piece, or is there something else that everybody stops you and talks about?
If I'm being completely honest, and I don't know if this makes me sound like such a dick, but it really doesn't matter what outfit I wear. I get compliments every single day. And I think that is just like, my energy. I think, my kind of aura introduces me when I walk into a room. So it really doesn't matter what I wear. I would get a compliment on a daily basis. And I don't think it is about what you're wearing. I think it's about confidence. And I think if you feel good, that like oozes out of you and the people around you can feel that. And just sometimes when I'm wearing like, nice dresses or sitting in Starbucks in a sequin dress, it makes other people happy too. The amount of conversations it starts when you take care of yourself kind of impacts the people around you. And it starts this conversation of like, oh my God, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm just here, oh, what's the occasion? And I'm like, life is the occasion. For me, it takes the same amount of time to put on joggers and a t-shirt as it does to put on a nice dress. So why wouldn't you always want to look your best? I think people spend so much time saving things for special occasions. Like, I'll save that for a wedding, or I'll save it for this. And literally, you could be dead tomorrow. So wear the damn dress.
Oh my gosh. Amen. Amen. That was just incredible. And you're so right. I think I'm a big believer in that we should dress for ourselves and that we should wear things that make us feel fabulous. But actually, I think we forget the impact that it has on other people. I know if I see somebody walking down the street and they look incredible and they're wearing something bold and bright and a little bit different, and you can just see that they've got this great aura around them of confidence and happiness, that rubs off on me. And I want to go talk to them and say, oh my God, you look amazing. I will chase you down the street to tell you you look amazing. I am that person. But then that rubs off, and then I walk away thinking, oh my God, what a lovely interaction. And I think that's so great that your clothes can do that.
100%. And I had dinner with someone a couple of days ago, and this happens a lot when I meet people who meet me for the first time. He said to me, oh, I made an extra effort tonight because I knew that I was meeting you, and I know that you always, take care of your appearance. And I always just think it's really lovely that because I take care of myself, it inspires other people to do that too. But we should all be doing it not for other people, but for ourselves. The fact that I get compliments is just like a really nice bonus, but I do it because I do it for me, and it just makes me feel good. And, I run my own business, and I have to be self-motivated, and I have to be disciplined. And I know the things that I need to do in order to feel good about myself and to show up in the world and in my business in the best way. And it all starts with my outfit. It's so simple. So simple.
I love that. It is simple, and more people should embrace that.
Yeah. And how many times do women, it's a special occasion and they do get dressed up and they do feel good about themselves? Well, why save that for a special occasion? Why wouldn't you want to feel like that every single day? And a lot of women message me, I don't have children, I'm child free by choice. But a lot of women message me and say, I wish I had time to take care of myself. I wish I had time to get dressed up in the morning. And honestly, I think as a parent, as a mother, I think it's even more important that you do make that time and set those healthy boundaries when you especially have daughters, because they're learning by what mum is doing. And if mum isn't taking care of herself and putting herself at the top of her to-do list, then what is that showing the daughter that she should do when she's older? So I think it's so important for everyone to have time in their day, every single day, for themselves, whether it's a little bit of time for their skincare routine or to put on that like nice outfit, which takes the same amount of time as putting on your scruffs. It's just the knock-on effect that has on the children and the people around you. It's quite empowering, really.
And you're right, it's incredibly impactful leading by example to your children. My son knows that I spend time every day getting ready and that I will wear, whatever makes me happy. And if that makes me look ridiculous picking him up in the schoolyard, he's kind of just used to that. He will come out and go, oh God, what have you got on today? Like, yep, this is what I'm wearing, kid. Get used to it. This is how we're going to go. But I think one of the most important things for me, it's how we talk to ourselves in front of our children. My son has never ever seen me stood in front of the mirror going, oh, I can't wear this just doesn't fit, oh, it's a bit tight, or oh, I don't look great in this, or I've got a bit of a roll here. He'll never ever see that. I might think that internally on occasion because I'm having one of those days, but I don't ever want him to hear me saying that, because I don't want him to think that that's how we talk to ourselves. I want him to come in and I'm swanking about in front of the mirror going, oh my God, look at me, I look amazing. So that then he looks at himself in the mirror and goes, oh my God, I look amazing.
I love that. And it is so important, and as I get older, I reflect on my childhood a lot, and I realize how lucky I was in my parents. Sadly, my dad passed away 2.5 years ago, but him and my mum were so happily married. And I only ever saw my dad speak to my mum with love and kindness and always tell her she was beautiful, and never did I see my mom, looking in the mirror in a negative way at all. So I don't know negative self-talk. I don't know how to talk to myself in any way but love, because it's the only way I've ever been spoken to. And I have been on a personal fitness and wellness journey over the last couple of years where I've lost over 50 pounds. I'm a runner now, which is wild. And I've dropped 4 dress sizes and I feel amazing. But even when I was 50 pounds heavier and 4 dress sizes bigger, I looked in the mirror and I never hated myself. I would never speak to myself with disrespect or harsh words, because I still always loved myself. I'm a living, breathing human being. I'm the creation of my parents, who I love immensely. And if I am part of them, then what is there to possibly hate? And now when I look in the mirror, I could stare at myself all day. I just can't believe what I see looking back. And I don't even mean because of how I look. I mean, because of how I see. I appreciate the fact that I'm alive and I'm breathing and I've got another day to wear a cute outfit and do what I want. And not everyone has that benefit. I think a lot of women go through life wasting years caring too much what people think or hating parts of themselves. And we've all done it, where you look at pictures from when you were younger and you go, oh my God, I wish I was the size I was then when I thought I was fat. And you then have all these wasted years of always looking at the past, wishing you were that slim and thinking about the future of where you're going to be slim again, when actually you just need to live in the now and in the moment, because it's really all that we have.
That's incredible. That's such good advice, but also an amazing outlook to have. More people should embrace that. And I think what you said about your parents is amazing. You should look at yourself with love, because you are the product of your parents and you love your parents. So I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, what's the most expensive piece in your wardrobe? To bring it back to something quite frivolous, are you somebody who likes to have a splurge? And if so, what have you splurged on?
So I am actually not someone who spends a huge amount of money on clothing, because I don't really believe it's about the label or the price tag. It's about how you wear it. However, I was on a trip to Doha in the Middle East about 3 years ago, and I bought this. It's a traditional abaya, which is a traditional Muslim dress, and it's amazing. It's got these like ruffle arms and round the bottom as well. And it's amazing. It's got like sequins on the shoulders, and this was 350 quid, which is the most expensive thing I own, and I probably would never spend that amount of money on something again. But you do get what you pay for. It's stood the test of time. I've worn it in the desert. I've worn it, multiple times probably in Starbucks, to be fair. And I love it. And it's a memory that I know that I bought that when I was on this trip to Doha. And yeah, I'm really glad that I picked it up, to be fair.
It's beautiful. And what a unique piece to have. And I have that same connection with things. There's lots of pieces in my wardrobe that I've bought whilst I've been away or I've been traveling. And I'll always have that memory of that connection of that piece came from that place.
Exactly. And to be fair, I travel a lot. So if I was to buy something from every place that I went to, like, it wouldn't even be possible. And also, since losing weight, when I was 50 pounds heavier, it's harder to shop in certain locations because they just didn't go up to that size. Whereas now I'm looking forward to traveling more and shopping more because I know that I can actually shop, in the shopping malls and on the high street again. So yeah, it's like a whole new lease of life, really.
And what's the newest piece you've got? Have you been buying anything recently?
Okay, so the newest piece in my wardrobe is the thing that makes me the most excited. It is this sequin dress, and it's got like the kind of midriff hanging out. It's got these puffball arms, and this is from ASOS Luxe range via Vinted. Can someone tell me, like, why am I not sponsored by Vinted at this point? It's ridiculous.
Same. Honestly, every day there's a Vinted parcel coming. In fairness, I do sell a lot on Vinted as well, but I really feel they should sponsor Off the Hanger for the amount that they got mentioned.
Actually, sure. They should sponsor you and the podcast and every single guest. I am all for that idea. But it's actually part of my daily routine now. I sold some things on there last year. I made £200. I use that to buy new clothes. I wear them a few times and I sell them. So it's a self-sufficient, sustainable, I'm single-handedly saving the planet.
Same. I'm with you. We are there together on our Vinted app, scrolling through, finding things. It's just brilliant. And like you, I don't take the money out because then it's, it feels like free money. So I'm just swapping things.
Exactly. You are a woman after my own heart.
Are you quite sentimental about the things in your wardrobe? Is there something you would consider your most sentimental piece?
My most sentimental piece, I've actually had this for quite a long time as well. It's like a blue velvet dress. And the reason why this is my most sentimental piece is because it's the dress that I'm wearing in the picture with my dad and my mum and my brother, which we didn't obviously know at the time was going to be our last photo as a family of 4. So yeah, this is by far the most sentimental piece in my wardrobe. And every time I've been doing a Vinted upload, I look at it and I think, oh no, I can't. I'm just gonna have to keep it. It just feels too close to dad.
Oh, that's such a beautiful memory. And it's gorgeous how much those types of memories are tied to our clothes.
100%. Yeah, I think people don't give enough weight to the power of our clothes and the impact that they have on our lives and the memories that we're making. I can remember every time I think of a memory of where I've traveled and what I've been doing, I always can remember what I was wearing as well. Obviously, having a picture helps to remember it as well. And I love, I really love capturing my outfits, and it's not even about taking pictures and sharing them on the internet for other people. It's more, I love looking back at what was I wearing, what have I been doing, and what was my outfit that day, and just kind of inspire myself, I guess.
I think not enough people do that, actually. It's something that I've always said to people is, if you wear something and you feel great, take a picture of it. You don't have to put it anywhere. It's not for social media. Just have it in a folder in your phone. And then on those days when you go, oh, I feel a bit flat, I don't know what to wear, you look through that folder and go, actually, I'm going to wear that because on that day, I felt amazing wearing that outfit. So I'm going to bring back that energy and put that outfit on.
Oh, exactly. I love that. And I have a highlight on my Instagram, which is the outfits of the day. And I just sort of save down the things that I've shared on my story. And then last year I did it. So last year is when I was on the start of my fitness and weight loss journey. And I saved down the outfit of the day every single day. And at the end of the year, I turned it into a video. And what you could see was a year-long version of me as I kind of came back to life. After grief, I saw my outfits got better, my confidence came back, my hair got bigger and brighter. And it was just like a really beautiful transition to watch, that actually through me feeling better, my outfits got better, my hair got better. And it was, yeah, a really nice thing to have monitored, really.
And I don't think we should ever be afraid or embarrassed about documenting ourselves and our taking pictures. We have the technology to take all these pictures. I think if, 100 years ago, people had access to taking all these pictures, they would have done. And it's not a vanity thing. It's that capturing of memories, and you feel great at the time. So why not capture a bit of that essence by taking a picture?
Exactly. And like you say, you don't necessarily have to share it, but what happens is, because we are living in a society where everyone's chasing that dopamine hit, is they want to, they share pictures online of themselves, say in their outfit. And then if they don't get the amount of likes that they wanted, then that makes them feel crap about themselves. And I think that isn't anything to do with your outfit. That's about your level of self-esteem and self-confidence. And if your self-esteem is in the hands of strangers on the internet, then you certainly need to start looking inside and working out what is that external validation that I'm needing in order to feel like a worthy human being. For me, I just share things as and when. I don't care about algorithms and all the rest of it. My business has nothing to do with social media. Fortunately, I have a business that is successful and isn't reliant upon how many followers and likes that I get. So I just show up on social media for the fun of it. And also I share for that one person who says, I really needed to hear that today. But for me, it's not, I don't care how many likes I get, because I like myself. So likes from strangers on the internet, like, yeah, cool, that's nice. It's a bonus, but I want to like me first. And I think that's where everybody needs to come from. It's like, as long as you like you, as long as you love you, then regardless of how many likes you get or whether people like your outfit or not, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And there's always going to be people out there who don't like your outfit, or who follow you and never like any of your posts because they just want to watch what you're doing. And I think you've got to move away from their validation and just have your own self-validation, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Exactly. And just ask yourself, like, why am I doing this anyway? And that's a conversation that I have with myself regularly, that I don't need to be on social media in order for my business to be successful. But I have also been on social media since Facebook first came around. And I'm so glad that I shared and have shared in the way that I do, because I have all these memories that pop up on Facebook every day with my dad and me, as a family. And it's like an online digital diary. And you also have these people that have grown up with you as well, and they champion you. They want to see you win. Someone commented on something I shared yesterday, and she's like, you deserve all the success in the world. And that's just someone who doesn't even know me, but has followed me through me sharing openly and vulnerably. And I also find that sharing on the internet is almost like therapy. I don't go to therapy, but for me, that is my version of where, a problem shared is a problem halved. When I was going through my grief journey, I shared very openly about how that made me feel, because it felt good to get it off my chest. And just as a byproduct of that, it also helped other people too. So yeah, I think as long as you have like a positive relationship with social media and a positive relationship with yourself, then it's a great place to be.
Completely. Is there a piece in your wardrobe that most sums you up?
So the item that most sums me up is this pink dress. Although I haven't worn it yet, but I picked it because I feel like it's a representation of me, in that it's like pink, feminine, sparkly, joyful, happy, and fun. So yeah, it's so fun. I think I'm going to wear it this weekend.
What's it from? What brand is it from?
Another ASOS Luxe via Vinted.
Oh, the dream. The dream. There we go. I love that. That is gorgeous. And I love pieces like that. That little bit different, just a little bit fun, really eye-catching. And I also think by the time you get something that's been sold online and then it's sat in somebody's wardrobe for a bit and then they haven't worn it and then you get it, the chances of you running into somebody else wearing the same thing are so minimal. It's just an extra bonus.
Yeah. And to be fair, that has never happened where I've been somewhere and someone's had the same outfit as me, because I'm not shopping from the high street in the latest arrival. So that's like definitely a bonus of that. But one thing that I do find is because I do share my outfit, my life on social media, I get a lot of messages from people who say, you know, where's your outfit from? And I'm like, I'm not a fashion influencer. I'm just someone who enjoys dressing for me. And it's not even like I don't wake up every day and think, right, what can I wear today to be glamorous, or what can I wear today to be dressed up? I'm just getting dressed. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just picking out an outfit, and it just so happens that it looks quite put together. I had this black and white floaty dress, which I bought from Boohoo, and I loved it. And it got loads of compliments and loads of messages from people online asking me where it was from. And I sent them the link. I said, here, it's from Boohoo, because it was something that was still in store. And then all these women started tagging me in them wearing the dress. And it has literally made me not want to wear it anymore. I could never be a fashion influencer. I don't want people to wear what I'm wearing. I'm like, I'm Laura, and I really enjoy being an individual. Thank you very much.
I agree. I also couldn't be a fashion influencer. My wardrobe is not brand new enough. I think so many of the people who I see doing fashion stuff, they are constantly buying, but only things that they know that they can link so that other people can buy and that they can get the commission from. And I don't shop like that at all. I'm really sorry to the people that follow me that go, oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever seen where it's from. And I'm like, I bought it on eBay about 7 years ago and I don't know what brand it is. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I always think, oh my God, am I missing out on like a whole other income stream where I could be linking to my outfits? But I don't then want to turn what is my joy, which is, you know, picking out my outfits. That's just that's happiness for me. That's joy. I don't want to turn that into a business or a money-making thing, because the minute I have to do it, I'll want to start wearing joggers and a t-shirt then.
Exactly. Keep the joy, keep the fun.
Keep the joy.
Now, are you somebody who has ever fallen foul to a fashion faux pas or a wardrobe malfunction, and would you like to share?
Okay, so I don't have many fashion faux pas. However, there's one that definitely stands out. So last year I had lunch with Anna Wintour. I'm the vice chair of the BSME, which is the British Society of Magazine Editors, which is like really an incredible organization that I'm really proud to have been recognized by my industry peers. And we had a lunch last year with Anna Wintour. And she came over and she was talking to me and also my stylist and one of the girls from my magazine. And when I look back on the pictures, I'm like, I cannot believe that's what I wore to meet Anna Wintour. And it's this kind of like really, really low cut dress with practically my boobs are in her face. Like it's just not a good look. So yeah, meeting Anna Wintour with my tits hanging out, basically. Fashion faux pas, one.
Oh my gosh, what an incredible story. I'm sure she really enjoyed your cleavage. There's nothing wrong with a good cleavage. If you've got one, just get it out there.
It'd be great if I had a picture with her head in between it, but alas.
Now, there's an Instagram hook. The day I motorboated Anna Wintour.
Hashtag goals. I definitely have the photographic evidence as well, so I'll share that with you.
Amazing. Now, are you quite tall? Do you love a heel, or what are your favourite pair of shoes?
I'm actually 5'9.5", 5'10", and I still wear heels because I love them and they make me feel good. And these are my favourite ones.
They're like marshmallow clouds.
They're literally so cute. And they've got these like silver block heels. So another ASOS purchase. And I love them. They just make me so happy. And they're comfortable. Like I've only really started wearing these kind of mules where you just kind of slip your foot in. I didn't realize how comfortable they are. They're like just walking around with slippers on. Yeah, so I've got those pink ones. I've also got some very similar like green fluffy ones. And to be honest with you, my shoe game is weak. I'm not the best at picking out shoes. I feel like that is definitely where I struggle. So I'm really ready for spring now. So I can just be wearing sandals and heels. Like I'm not good with winter shoes and flats and all the rest of it. So yeah, could do better.
Room for improvement, although they are spectacular. And I'm completely with you. I love this whole idea of mules because I like to strap your sandal as much as the next girl, but I always find they rub, they cut into me. I end up with masses of blisters. Whereas with a mule, you just slide your foot in, it's just quite happy in there, and there's just no blisters. It's such a good thing.
Literally like wearing slippers. And it's great if you're like, I go around to my parents' house where I have to take my shoes off and you can just kick them off. Mules rule.
Yeah, love it. Now, is there a piece that you've been lusting after? It doesn't have to be practical and you can have it irrespective of cost. If the universe decides to drop it in your lap, what would it be?
Do you know what? And I don't know if there's anything that I'm super lusting after, because the minute I see something I want, I just get it. I would probably say maybe like a Chanel bag, but to be honest with you, I'm just not that into designer. And my first company, actually, when I was 19, 20, a long time ago, is I had a company called Handbag Heaven, and I used to sell handbags. And I knew the markup between what I was selling them for and what I was buying them for. And because of that, it's always put me off investing too much into designer wear because I just know that I'm being ripped off. So no, not really lusting after anything specific, but I've got quite a few things that I've hearted on Vinted, which will most likely be making their way into my wardrobe very soon.
It's not about a dream item, it's about a Vinted wish list.
We need to get Vinted to listen to this and buy me everything in my hearted items. Thank you.
Oh, same. That'd be unbelievable. My list is just ridiculous, though. I can't help myself. There's just things that are just constantly going in there. It's a constant flow of things coming in and out of that list.
And there's also things on Vinted that I heart, which are like, I would never pay the price that they're asking, but I heart it just to watch how much it keeps going down. And I love it when you get the notification and it's like, so Sophie's just reduced this by 20 quid or whatever.
Exactly. And then I'm like, it's opening the app as quick as I can, trying to get it so that I can buy it.
Yeah, my biggest nightmare is like losing out on something in my hearted item. So I try and if it's something that I see, this is kind of my ethos when it comes to shopping and buying new things. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. So when I see anything on Vinted, like immediately I'm like, oh my God, yes, I need it. Like I'll buy it straight away. But if it's not giving me that hell yes feeling, then I heart it and I think about it and maybe, I come back to it down the line. But the minute I see something and it's a hell yes, then I'm having it, because I don't want to live with regret. Missing
exactly. And I do think that with Vintage, because it's a one-time opportunity of that piece coming up in your size, that if I see something and I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing, I will just buy it straight away. And the majority of the time I don't even send them an offer. I'm just like, no, I'm having it.
Exactly. I feel like that should be Vintage's tagline: once in a lifetime wardrobe piece.
Now, I think this episode has been filled with incredible advice already, but is there a piece of fashion advice that you would have given to your younger self?
I actually have nothing but love and respect for my younger self. I have always lived very much like I just wear what makes me happy. I do what I want. I'm not interested in what the people around me are wearing. And I just say to my younger self, just do what you were doing and continue to dress for you and for no one else, and never for external validation, and just wear what makes you happy. I think there's one question that you will never hear me ask, and it's, what are you wearing? I will never text my friends and say, what are you wearing? I don't want a dress code because I already know what I'm wearing. Like, I don't care what people around me are doing. I'm going to be doing me. And I think that is just the best advice for anyone, is just do you. Like, whatever brings you joy and makes you happy, do it for you.
That is exceptional advice to finish on. Thank you so much, Laura. You've been the best guest. I've loved it.
Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please remember to like or leave a review.